Everybody, we are back. Listen, we will not be held down. We will not be stopped. Apparently, we were stopped. We got confirmation. The CCP, the government, the Russians, everybody wanted us not to do the show. Chris actually has relocated to a room that the CCP does not want him in, or I should say, his mom probably doesn't want him in. He's in the living room from an undisclosed location. I mean, Rodeo Tuesdays has begun.
It's begun. I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm in the living room, but I'm also not in the living room. I'm in Puerto Rico, but I'm also not in Puerto Rico. So I'm. You can ask me anything you want. I'm going to give you sensitive information, but you cannot see my face. And Mike, are you able to distort my voice like they do on the Unsolved Mystery shows? Yeah.
No, I can't do it from my end.
I'm an FBI informant, and make no mistake, I got a weird shape. And my head looks like a pineapple. So what can you do? You know, because I'm a pineapple. I'm on La Playa. The only way for me to come into the living room while it's an active war zone is to come with the calmness and serenity of La Playa, and that's what I've done. So now I'm on La Playa, but they can't see me, but I can see them.
Yeah, and as I've said in the past, I've only seen you once in the past, however long we've been quarantining. I think it's almost 2 months, month and a half. And I told you,
it's been 53 days, 12 hours, 10 minutes, 13 seconds.
So for those 53 days, I didn't miss your face because I had been seeing your face every day because we do Wepa, we do our podcast. But I did miss your shape because your shape was wild. And now the fans can actually see that you're a strange, oddly shaped kid.
I'm a strange, oddly shaped kid. And I'm just here to say that I will not let the PC community hold me down. I want to do the show in blackface, so I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a good advertisement for our show, No Nets, every Saturday at 7:30 Eastern, because make no mistake, a lot of those comedians and some of those questions probably should have been answering them blacked out with a protected voice on it.
Yeah, because
now you're disappearing.
Yeah, this is the way that I'm going to do the show for the future now. It's the only way that I can stay safe because we are a morning show that's on the run. And make no mistake, I'm on the run. I've divulged too many family secrets. So now I can only do interviews inconspicuous.
Well, thank you for joining us today. You never know when you tune in live. We had to restart the Zoom link. Hopefully a lot of you guys are back in this new link with the alert. We're doing the best we can. We got a lot of headlines today, guys. Chrissy, Donald Trump. We're going to start it with a nice little Donald Trump's press conferences. They're really, they do ratings. I mean, the kid does numbers. He's like the Tekashi 6ix9ine of presidents.
Yeah, that's a very good, very, very good analogy. I mean, the kid does numbers. He sells tickets. He stopped. Oh yeah, there's Luke. There's our thirst trap of the day. We're going wild today. So that's the thirst trap of the day. That's my daughter's godfather, who is getting hormone replacement therapy as we speak. So yeah, Trump, he abruptly ended his press conference today after a contentious exchange with reporters. I mean, but because after a while though, it's like, these reporters just keep asking him the same things. They want to jump on him for every mistake he makes. It's like, so after a while, guy, it's like you got to just walk away. It's like in The Last Dance when they asked the Squeak, what's his name? Who's the Krause? When they asked Krause to Squeak about when they said that there are problems. Craig Sager asked him if there were problems behind the scenes with the Bulls with all the backstabbing, and he just walked away. It's I get it, Donnie T. Sometimes you got to just walk away. You get fed up.
Yeah, I mean, but that's, he's not a basketball player. He's president of the United States that works for the people. So he should be able to handle all questions in the press. That's part of what we want our president to. It's sort of like when Jordan punches Steve Kerr in the face and he says, if he can't handle me, how's he going to handle Knicks? It's like, you got to be able to handle reporters without losing your shit. Otherwise, how are you going to handle fucking the CCP in China?
Yeah.
So it's like every time he fucking loses his shit with reporters, I just want to go, guy, can you just focus on your job and just answer the fucking questions smoothly like every other goddamn killer liar that's been in there? I mean, the guy, it's a global pandemic, and the guy's retweeting Fox News interviews like they're fucking Variety top 10 lists, and he's a new wave comedian who's got a lesbian haircut who nobody knows the name of or will ever care about. It's like he's a media obsessed fucking whore because that's who made him who he is. You're the president of the United States. Can you stop fucking retweeting Tucker Carlson and fucking talk to the experts? It's disconcerting to see a president always repeat and retweet news that favors him and call news that isn't good fake news. We don't care anymore, guy. Just fucking do your job and shut the fuck up. You're probably going to get 4 years because they're rolling in a fucking geriatric that likes to smell minors' hairs because the Democratic Party are the fucking generals and you guys are the Harlem Globetrotters. So just shut the fuck up and take your shirt off, Donald Trump. I want to see that flabby fucking Germanic body.
That's absolutely. I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. I'm going to say Trump 2020 because you can't see my face.
So let's see the clip, though. Mikey, roll the clip because it's hilarious. I mean, as per usual, Donald Trump continues to be the biggest fucking touring comedian in the land. And I mean, yeah, but to your point, it's like these reporters keep trying to do this gotcha news. It's like you also shut the fuck up and take your shirt off. We don't want we know you're trying to make a name for yourself and show yourself. Why'd you say that to me? Why'd you say that to me? It's because you're a reporter. He's not saying it because you're Chinese. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It has nothing to do with the fact you were Chinese. We couldn't even tell you were Chinese because you had a fucking mask on. He's saying that because of China. And you make yourself look stupid because you're a reporter and you're trying to do this gotcha moment so you can get views. We see through it. Everyone's watching Wepa in the morning. Fuck you.
Said many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if everyday Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
Because you asked the question.
I'm not saying it specifically to anybody.
Because you asked the question. It's not because you're Chinese. It's because you asked the question. I mean, is everyone so fucking mentally dumb right now? It's because you asked the question.
Yeah, it's like, shut up, lady, and go eat a bat.
Saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question like that.
That's not a nasty question.
Please go ahead.
Why does it matter?
Okay, anybody else? Please, go ahead in the back, please.
I have two questions.
No, it's okay.
But you pointed to me. I have two questions, Mr. President.
Next, please.
But you called on me.
I did, and you didn't respond, and now I'm calling on
Sorry, I just
the young lady in the back, please.
I just wanted to let my colleague finish.
Okay.
But can I ask you a
Ladies and
question?
gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you
These
very much.
reporters we have a shit show. They suck. He sucks. I mean, is anyone behind the fucking wheel of this Titanic? There's a fucking iceberg up ahead. Somebody with a fucking silver beard who drinks alcohol, who knows how to fly this thing, get behind the fucking cockpit and land this fucking plane somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. The whole thing is horrible. It's like everybody just wants to be famous. Everybody just wants to be famous. All I want to do is report the news here on Wepa in the morning. That's why you don't know who I am. You can't tell who I am or what I am. You don't know my name or what I look like because I just want to give the people the good news, the good Wepa in the morning news. But everyone else wants to be a celeb. Because
for a second, we went to our Wepa in the morning correspondent, Patrick Mulrooney out there. I think he's from Ridgewood or whatever part of our borough. And his comment was, shut up, lady, go eat a bat. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard that as well. But there's a lot of static and the connection is bad. So that did not come from me, but it did come from someone in this neighborhood.
I think that was
shut up and go eat a bat.
Yeah, I think I heard Sean Terry. I mean, Patrick Mulrooney came in for a second, and he fucking, he chimed in his fucking 2 cents there, and he told the lady, "Shut up, lady, go eat a fucking bat," which is something you heard on a lot of fucking living rooms in the Ridgewood area when that fucking was shown on Fox News.
Yeah, I mean, shut up and go eat a bat's a funny thing to say to somebody, no?
It is a very funny thing to say to someone, and because you being blacked out like an informant right now is just gonna make Chrissy Clarice and Chrissy Truth Serums it's a little too dangerous right now because you feel too safe.
Yeah, I'm too safe because you can't pin this on me at all. Because even though it says Christopher DiStefano in the lower left-hand corner, it is not me.
I just feel bad for the people who are not watching Wepa. I feel bad for all your friends that you have not told about Wepa in the morning. Go tell. You are the ones who need to tell people what's going on here. I mean, we are fucking wild.
We're a wild, wild, wild morning show. And then our next story is China has halted the beef imports from 4 Australian firms as COVID-19 spat sours trade. It's like, okay, so now Australia's not going to get their beef. You want to know what the truth of what's going on? Can I just tell you what the truth is now that I'm inconspicuous and you know who I am? Here's what it is. All these countries, the only way to ever unite nations like this again, because they're all this war is going to keep going, and they're realizing they're not going to be able to profit. What they're going to do very soon, as you saw a little bit of it a couple of weeks ago when the Pentagon declassified UFOs, what's going to happen is the world leaders who have known about UFOs and extraterrestrials and aliens for a long time now are going to release the documents, and we're going to be, quote, invaded by aliens very soon, but it's really going to be human beings that have made the UFO technology and all that stuff, and they're going to make it look like aliens, and they're going to get people like deformed people and dress them up as aliens, and they're going to be crisis actors and all that stuff. And the only way to unite us, because the global elites want to make money, is the only way is we're going to have to fight an interplanetary war, and we're going to have to protect our planet as one human race. So mark my words, in the next 5 years, that's coming. So that's what's coming up next. Is a war against aliens that are really going to be human beings, because the only way to unite us now and continue to make money is to have an interplanetary war, and that's why Trump made the Space Force, and why I think it was a good move.
So you heard it right there from Chris DiStefano, who's got the scoop. If you see anyone,
I'm not Chris DiStefano.
No, you got it there from whatever his name is, fudged out. If you see anybody walking around your town in an ET mask, tackle them.
Yeah, tackle them, or anybody that's just got a funny looking body.
Yeah, take them down, and funny looking body, because you're making yourself a target.
Yeah, I'm not Chris DiStefano. Tackle Chris DiStefano. He's got a funny looking body. My name's Nate Bargatze.
If you call yourself Nate Bargatze, because then I'm gonna tackle you.
Yeah, you're gonna tackle me. Yeah. Oh, you changed my name to Vanilla Ice. That's my name now, Vanilla Ice.
Because is tackling the enemy as funny as let it rip? I mean, go out there and tackle the enemy is pretty funny as well.
Tackle the enemy, let it rip. It's all funny stuff. I mean, it's wild too that there's a story today about Senator Schumer telling Dr. Fauci to let it rip. So does that mean that Dr. Schumer, Senator Schumer and Dr. Fauci listen to Wepa in the morning?
They might, because I mean, we've been saying let it rip for a long time, and finally Schumer said let it rip. I mean, yeah, there the guy is. That's Amy Schumer's father right there. So
it's not Amy Schumer's father, is it?
No, I'm just kidding around. No, it's a distant relative or something like that or whatever. But it's third cousin, something like that.
I mean, Chuck Schumer saying let it rip. I mean, it's the funniest thing Schumer said in a few years.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the kid usually bombs, but now he's letting it rip a little bit. So he's basically saying Dr. Fauci's about to testify in front of the Senate and sort of kind of grade Trump on how he's handled this pandemic. And Schumer, in a very partisan way, is saying in the news that he hopes Fauci let it rip, like rip into Trump.
How about this?
Partisan. It's very sad to see the partisan rancor still so strong during a pandemic that should be uniting us.
Yeah, it's bad. When Chuck Schumer, he spoke at my graduate school graduation, and it was funny because he had to address like something that had happened right before. So they had a priest come up. It was 2,000 people. They had a priest come up, and don't forget, we're on Long Island. This is the school I went to was on Westbury, Long Island. So they had a priest come up and say a prayer. Then they had a Jewish guy come up and say a prayer, and then they had a Muslim guy come up and say a prayer, and he said in Arabic. And in the middle of his prayer, somebody yelled out from the last row at NYT. Somebody yelled out Hakuna Matata when he was done with the prayer. And then Chuck Schumer he came up right after the Muslim guy, and he had to address that. That's not right to say Hakuna Matata and all that stuff. And then somebody yelled, "Shut up, you fucking Democrat," in the middle of my graduation ceremony. So it's just, and that's a fun. Oh no! Wait, it's not. Cause wait, I'm back.
Yeah.
Did we start the show over? I just signed back on.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, there's
yeah.
Chrissy's back. Whoever I was just talking to, we don't know, but Chris is back.
Yeah, they were yelling about fucking Democrats or something like that. But yeah, it's good to be back. What happened? What'd I miss?
Yeah, well, you were just telling a story about when you screamed from the back of the auditorium, fucking Democrat at Chuck Schumer.
When I Chuck Schumer, because somebody was in Muslim prayer, somebody yelled Hakuna Matata, and it got a big laugh. I mean, it got a big laugh, and Chucky had to address it, and it was really like a 10 out of 10 funny moment.
Yeah. So
what can you do?
It'll be funny if Fauci goes on his press conference and he farts and he goes, "What do you want from me?" I mean, Schumer let it rip. That would actually heal the country. If he did something funny like that, that would be funny. If he just went bang and he went, yeah. I mean, Chuck Schumer said let it rip, and he just gave the thumbs up and pointed at Chuck Schumer. Yeah,
that would be great. I mean, cause I really do. What do you think of the informant saying about the interplanetary war that's going to unite us? You think that could happen or no?
I mean, that's absolutely, it's genius as usual, cuz. I mean, you got whoever that informant was. I mean, science better keep that kid's brain, because I have a feeling that kid's brain was made in physical therapy school.
Yeah, it was made in physical therapy school in a lab in Ridgewood. So then we also got some news. We got a 102-year-old Icelandic woman recovers after getting COVID-19. She actually beat the Spanish flu and the Chinese flu. So it's pretty good. She beat both of them.
Yeah. This is a Tank's good news right here, if I ever saw one. This Icelandic woman, they have a very high life expectancy to begin with. I mean, it's a tiny little island of ice people, and they're very inbred, and they fuck each other's cousins. And if you're a guy and you go there, I think the ratio is like 4 women to 1. So you just get banged out if you're American. So if you can afford 1,200 kroners, Debo, go over there and you're going to find a little hobbit Icelandic woman that you can take to Mets games.
Well, if JetBlue goes to Iceland, Debo will go. I mean, because Debo's went back and forth to Puerto Rico in the same day multiple times in his life.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's a fucking baggage handler pilot, and he's a baggage handler / pilot, depending on who he's talking to.
Yeah, just depending on what he wants from you. But yeah, he could do both jobs. But that's pretty amazing that this Icelandic woman was able to recover from both things. But because do you want to go to Iceland, or you have no desire to go to Iceland?
I really want to go. I've been in the airport, and I want to go there. Can we just go back to that article? Because I want to just have a little fun as an American. And you know what? I just thought of a new segment we're going to do on occasion. We're just going to do Americans trying to pronounce foreign names. Because it's like, enough with the names, guy. You know, just make it a Smith or a John. I'm not trying to pronounce Hulafustrun anymore. So what's this bitch's name? Let's see what this 103-year-old fucking bitch's name was. Because it's always some fucking weird fucking name that sounds like an alien created. All you got to do is hear it is Helga Gudmundsdottir. Can you pronounce that, cuz?
Helga Gudmundsdottir. Yeah, I don't know, lady. It's like, just get an American name. Because, Helga, you're an insurgent. If I see a name like that, it's just enemy. I know it's not American, so I don't go pewing. Helga Gudmundsdottir. Mike, you want to take a crack?
Helga Gudmundsdottir.
Nice. That was pretty good.
That was pretty accurate.
Benity, you want to take a crack?
Yeah.
Helga Gudmundsdottir. Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah, I saw her name yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, you just you have this sort of soothing tone, like you've just been kind of like, you just like listen to like a Linda Sarsour speech, and you just fucking rope and dope and ready to just pounce.
Yeah, I always think that Venetia definitely does this show from her bathtub. I always just think she's in the bathtub with the camera off doing the show.
Yeah, she's so like calm and soothing, and sort of like she comes in and it's almost like she just smoked a big blunt with her boyfriend, because he smokes blunts, and she's just fucking woke and dope and just calm as fuck.
Word.
Calm as fuck. She's a teacher, so I'm sure she's missing her job. She was an international schools teacher. And this next story, the AP tests begin online, and they're doing them at home. So those AP tests, which, get you into, high school kids take them for college grades and all that, they're being done at home. So, I mean, who's to stop them from cheating and Googling the answers, Bubbies?
Nobody's to stop them from cheating. But you know what? It's not really about that anymore. Like, kids have these phones. They can get the answers. You got to teach these kids how to think again, how to use logic and use reasons. I mean, Guy, it's like, it's not going to, and it's like, how Chrissy, you always go, it's not going to happen. Right. If you're still 40 and your roommates, it's like, we're just a stupid country. We're never going to catch up. Just let's get rid of school. We're not going to beat the Chinese and the Indians. They're coming here, taking all the smart jobs. Just end school. Like, let's just it's not going to happen.
It's
send
true.
them all to Florida, cuz.
Send them off to Florida because it's true. Because it's like, even all these kids in this college debt, they can't get jobs. It's like, so what's the point? What was ever the point of school if it doesn't lead to anything? It just feels like yet again another scheme, another thing that the government's lying to us. I mean, it's like, who's my teacher in college? Bill Gates? That's a coincidence. It's all, they're trying to vaccinate me and they're trying to get my genes. And it's just another conspiracy that I'm telling you, when you see the interplanetary war and we start fighting the aliens, just believe, my brothers and my sisters, those are not aliens. Those are man-made to get us involved in yet another conspiracy.
Cuz you want to start a cult with that story? I mean, because L. Ron Hubbard did. I think he already covered that story.
Cuz from Mike, I want you to change my name over there to Chris Koresh.
Cuz I just want to take a second to fucking do a little Yanni. I just
want to take a second to say that I love you.
I love you too, cuz.
I love you too, and I miss your smell.
I've had enough of fucking turning on my internet and seeing people post videos of that poor kid who got killed in Georgia being in a construction site saying, oh, he's just a jogger. Like, as if people don't go to fucking open construction sites and look around, and that's enough for two fucking Listen, just take fucking, we shouldn't even be at war with China. We need to go to war with Georgia. Enough. Yeah. Okay, let's take all these fucking stupid crackers, these inbred fucking crappers, and throw them in a COVID pit. You can't just hop in a fucking open hitchback with a fucking shotgun with your dumb son and chase the kid down and say, hey, can I talk to you with a shotgun, and have the kid not fight for his life. I mean, as if that's proof that the kid should have got hunted down. Just fucking take those accounts, whoever posted that, and put them in a COVID pit. Put them in a fucking COVID pit.
Put them in a exactly, and it's because I 100% agree with you. I mean, if that doesn't come back with anything other than first-degree murder, I mean, it's a travesty. Those guys they need to spend the rest of their life in jail for what they did. And I think it's a lot of it because people watch too many freaking movies. They're always watching these movies with guns and violence and make citizens arrests, and Hollywood makes it look cool. But that's why, for me, it's like, that's why my favorite movie is Pretty Woman, because, instead of guns and all that, I like to dress up like a little slut and get a guy to buy my stuff. And then I like to just say, big mistake, huge, because I don't like those gun movies. So I think a lot of it has to do with, I guarantee you those guys got pumped up on some movie or watched some speech, and then they want to be these vigilantes. And I mean, cuz, do you think that they're going to be first-degree murder? I mean, how can you argue against that, Bubbies?
I mean, it's because Georgia and these southern states have these stupid fucking laws. There's actually a vigilante law in Georgia where you can make a citizen's arrest, and this stand your ground fucking law that a lot of these, NRA-funded states have, where you can argue, he grabbed for the gun. So, I mean, it's just, you can watch it on tape all you want, and you can see clearly that the guy was hunted down, and that's murder one. Because if you're following a guy in a truck with weapons drawn, and you think he's a burglary suspect or whatever, that's premeditated. So that's what murder one is, premeditated. But they're going to say, oh, no, he's a burglar. He was walking around a construction site. Did he steal anything? No, he didn't steal anything, but he's walking around. You know how many fucking people walk around open construction sites? Almost everyone has done it. So it's like these people who are posting it, it's like, just throw them in a fucking COVID pit. I've really had enough. Like, now that there's a pandemic, you should be like, what are you talking about, guy? So that justifies that he should have got killed. So we're going to go look in your past and see if you ever walked through a construction site, and then we're going to walk you down a road and execute you. My blood pressure's dropping.
Your blood pressure's dropping. You're going to pass out. Yeah, the COVID pit is a thing that we should do. And Yanni's in favor of getting rid of the state of Georgia. I am as well, but as long as we could keep pecan pie. I like a little pecan pie.
Yeah, I like Atlanta, but, we just have to –
Mikey, change your name to Yanni Nets. This is funny, Mikey. Keep doing this, changing the names as we go. Yanni Nets is funny. Bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, I almost went down there because I didn't take a breath. Sometimes I forget to breathe.
We gotta get the guy. We're gonna get him on the guy who witnessed you passing out in front of a sold out crowd at in Providence, Rhode Island last year. We're going to get that guy on the show and we're going to tell that story.
Yeah, Rafi, he's actually really funny and he actually crushed and held the audience down. But we're going to do a little bonus episode where he talks about that weekend in Providence where Yanni had to get carted out on a stretcher from a comedy club. I'm not the toughest kid. I'm not a tough kid.
Yeah, and you know what's really funny is the owners of the comedy club called me because before they called your wife, because they just assumed I was your wife. And then I called your wife crying. Yeah. All right, let's get to Tank Stolen good news. Germany bans gay conversion therapy. So Germany now has banned gay conversion therapy. So what does this mean? Gay conversion therapy means you can't convert me into being gay. You can't convert me into being straight.
No, it means you can't convert. it means you can't be converted into being straight. Now, look, I obviously disagree with gay conversion therapy. It's obviously hilarious that they think, it's like, obviously we know that it doesn't work and gay kids are going to want to do what gay kids are going to want to do. Because
could you imagine trying to convert Mateo into being straight? I mean, you cannot. That kid's brain is just full of $3 bill after $3 bill.
I mean, if you played that kid in poker, all he would do is push $3 bills to the center of the table.
It's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, that would be actually funny. They'd be like, okay, Mateo, especially they'd be like, Mateo, okay, here's some things. Go out for a pass. I'm going to throw you a football. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. He's going to be like, listen, we've done this 100 times. Okay, Pastor, we've done it 100 times. And then he'll just run like this, like a ballerina run and just hit off his forehead. Yeah. And I'd be like, look, we can do this till Cows comes home. I just want to paint a cartoon character and have a guy fuck me in my high tight ass.
It's what it is. Yeah. Mr. Joey P. Joey Comancer told me to come in. He wants to come in my immune system. Yeah. So when that guy goes to the ATM, it's only coming out in dividends of $3 bills.
Yeah. I mean, you try to convert Mateo into being straight, Mateo Lane, you're going to start talking. Mateo Lane's just going to say, stand up from that desk. Stand up from my desk because I see the way you're looking at me. Yeah, you're pitching a full tent. You got a Woody because I'm too fucking hot. Now what I'm going to do is you're just going to watch me. You're going to watch me get fucked, and then I'm going to cook you a fucking carbonara like I did at Chris's house and pick up your kids and beat Aunt Mateo, and that's just what's going to happen.
Hi, I'm back, and I just want to say I've dated Mateo Lane, and it's fun, and he's a great guy, and I really miss him.
Guys, would you bang out Mateo?
Would I bang out Mateo? Yes, I already have banged out Mateo. Is
he a raisin you would put in your oatmeal?
Mateo, yeah, he is a raisin. I think I'd put in my oatmeal. Yeah, I think some once in a while I like a little raisins and spice oatmeal, and I think if I want to go raisins and spice, if I had to do it, then yeah, I would do it for Mateo because he's just a beautiful human being. I mean, when he posts those pictures, and he's got a high button, he's just a beautiful guy. And the weather girl just looked at me with a look that's not great.
Here we go, cuz we got a little HHFOD today. Today, the great George Carlin was born on May 12th, 1937. So shout out to George Carlin. Rest in peace, King.
Yeah, King George Carlin, who now people are all of a sudden saying that he's not as funny. There's like a thing going on that's saying that George Carlin really wasn't that funny. It's just like, just shut the fuck up, okay?
And take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off. Carlin was great. Pryor was great. They're just comedians from a different time. And it's like comedy has changed now. So it's just like, yeah, I know like some 19, 20-year-old kid may not think that they're funny because, they laugh at whatever bullshit on YouTube. But I mean, this guy, he had 14 HBO specials. So it's like, guys, he was a legend.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's hard to tell now that that's legendary.
And you know what he said? You know what he said too? Carlin said in one of his specials, he said, I forgot, I'm going to misquote it a little bit, but it was like that, we don't have freedom, we have privilege. He said, and the government can take away your privilege at any time. And that's kind of what we're going through now. So he said that on one of his specials in the 80s, where he said, it's just a privilege that's disguised as freedom. And it's kind of right. I mean, Bubba's, the government is kind of taking away the freedom. Granted, they have a good, with the disease, but I mean, in a way, baby, right? I mean, we're not as free as we were last year.
No, I mean, it's because there's a pandemic, but yeah, I mean, I think it's more because, yeah, I mean, the whole world is taking away the freedoms. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to assume the worst, but you never know. Cuz we're going to go to a fun Work It Girl right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
A real fun Work It Girl. So I'm going to do my fucking circle and say, turn to the left, turn to the right, do your thing on the runway. Come on at home, work, turn to the left, work it, girl, turn to the right, do your thing on the runway. Cuz, tell us about this fucking bat eater.
This work. Yeah, there a woman in China was sticking a bat in her puss. No, this basically there was a woman in IKEA in China. She was masturbating on the furniture in the showroom because in an incident. And so the Chinese company IKEA had to tighten their security because this woman was just moving her monkey on the furniture in the middle of the showroom. So. But also it's like, what do you expect is going to happen? Like, those country was in a lockdown for 3 months. I mean, people got to move their monkeys, no?
Yeah, well, I think some people theorize that it was before the lockdown because she's not wearing a mask. But because I think that theory might be wrong, and that might be a lie by the CCP, because that's no evidence to suggest that this was before the pandemic. Because make no mistake, if you're a woman who's willing to masturbate for the security cameras in an IKEA store, you're someone who likes to break the rules, and wearing a mask is low on the list of rules to break when you fucking masturbate in a store.
Cuz Mikey, can we pull that up? Can we play this video a little bit? Let's see if have you watched it? Does she actually move it? They can't actually show her moving her monkey. It's the New York Post.
They probably blurred it out like Asian porn.
Yeah.
A warning, explicit content. It's not explicit content, guy. Okay. Because children. And this is moving a monkey in whose face? Someone obviously wearing it. Yes. Yeah, so she set that up. Somebody was filming her.
She set that up. I thought that it was that they caught her doing it, but there was a whole camera shot. But hey, listen, she's a worker girl. Work. She did her thing. She's allowed to do that. Express her right to be female.
Yeah, I mean, she probably lost a bet or something, or she probably was doing a super chat, and someone was like, "I'll give you $1,000 if you go move your monkey in the living room section of the Shanghai
IKEA."
IKEA, yeah.
Which, by the way, our YouTube
Plus, for
super chat.
$3,000, I'll go to IKEA and take Swedish meatballs and put them in my asshole.
Why not? We've done it already. By the way, speaking of super chats, tomorrow, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we will be doing the live YouTube super chat. So go, swipe up and get that link. 4 p.m. YouTube History Hyena super chat, because I can't do it Friday because I'm going to the Catskills. I'm Chrissy Catskills.
We're doing a little exception this week, 4 p.m. So check in. That's tomorrow, actually. That's
tomorrow. Yeah, Wednesday. Yep, tomorrow. All right, Bubba's. I think let's get to our thirst trap real quick, because everybody needs a little motivation. So this was sent to me yesterday by our old pal, our resident doctor, Dr. Lucas Saigen. Sent this to me, and there he is. Me's got a nice sweater on. He's got bangs coming down past his eye. I mean, he's stirring a little pot. I mean, he's an FF. I mean, the kid's an FF bad. I mean, but that's just the face. That's the face of a guy who's just a very, very, very smart, enlightened guy. Just a very good guy. I mean, his wife bought him that sweater. He'll wear it. He'll do the housework. He's the kind of guy that you want to marry. He's wifey material. Dr. Lucas Saigen is wifey material.
Yeah, and his emergency room doctor salary doesn't hurt. I mean, the kid's the head emergency room doctor, and he's 35 years old. He's the head emergency room doctor at like a hospital where the standard is very high because it's in Park Slope. That's a rich neighborhood. He's also a kid who, if you look at his phenotype, you look at his face, you can see not 1 ounce of DNA from anything outside of the Balkans has gotten in there. I mean, the kid is a fucking inbred Eastern European looking. He's an Eastern Hemi.
He's an Eastern European Hemi. And I mean, to get where he's gone.
If I climbed up the mountain of a Bulgarian, if I was in Bulgaria and I climbed up a mountain, I feel like this guy would offer me sheep's intestines.
Yeah, that's 100% what he do, because he shits full pierogies. Yeah. And to get where he's gotten, I mean, he got through Dachau. He came to this country. He survived the circumcision at 19. I mean, the kid's made it.
Yeah, I mean, he made it. He also, I mean, the kid also made it through the practices of St. Joe's, which those had to be very rigorous to be able to come in 6th place in white Division III.
Yeah, those practices are really hard. I mean, because you have to see how, because we had players on our team that were so fat, the uniforms didn't fit them. So our coaches had to allow them to wear shorts that they bought from some type of, big and tall store. So they would have to wear the jersey, but they didn't have triple XL shorts. So it's just what it was. And because, make no mistake, we would take a bus because our coach was scared to fly. We took like a yellow cheese school bus all the way to Georgia once for a game. So, I mean, we're just wild kids.
Yeah. Cuz I'm happy you're going to get out and go upstate with your family. We'll see you tomorrow, Wepa in the morning. Are you going to do Wepa from upstate though?
I'm going to do Wepa from upstate. Yeah, because listen, we've made a commitment to our fans at patreon.com/BayRichBoys, so I will not miss a day of Wepa.
All right. Well, we're going to take you out with we got to think of a new name for Moment of Zen. Let's steal the concept, but let's change the name. Write on the Patreon board what we should call it. Instead of Moment of Zen, what do we call it? But here's your Moment of Zen.
Yeah.
Peace, love, hyenas. That's pretty good.
Peace, love, hyenas. Nice.
Right on the Patreon board. And congratulations to make no mistake, Jake. Jake, tuck it. Jake the Snake Roberts, you won your PPW last week.
Yeah. Let's get this Moment of Zen going, Mikey. There it is.
People are losing their minds.